This is the Sony InZone H6 Air gaming headset. And when first hearing about these, my first thought was, Sony makes gaming headsets? Now I know I'm a little bit late to the game with Sony gaming headsets because they actually released this InZone line in 2022, and I really haven't heard too much about them aside from their standard headphones that are used not for primarily gaming. But Sony actually recently sent out the Toasty Bros this exact headset, the InZone H6 Air, and I really wanted to try this out and make more of an extensive review on it because I am somewhat of an audiophile. I'm by no means an expert at all, but I do like a nice high quality set of headphones, specifically the higher end gaming headset category, because a lot of the times when you want to get that premium audio quality, you're going to be spending money on a studio pair of headphones. Whereas with a gaming headset, that can be kind of harder to find because of the fact that they have to incorporate a microphone. But this one seemed to interest me a little more because of the fact that it's the Air line, and this one is supposed to be ultra lightweight. Now, how lightweight are we talking? It's 199 grams, which is kind of crazy, and it's extremely light. I mean, just holding these here right now, it is genuinely impressive how light these are. But does that insane weight savings sacrifice in the sound quality as well? Well, in today's video, we're gonna find that out. A couple things you should know about this headset is, of course, the price, starting with an MSRP of $200. Sometimes it's on sale to $179, which is what it's currently set at right now in terms of its price point. Based on price histories and stuff like that I'm seeing, it is usually around the $198 price point. Like I just mentioned on the weight, it's 199 grams without the microphone attached. With the microphone attached, it is 216 grams, so that is one thing to note with that. On this headset, you do have a built-in microphone mute button that kind of clicks up and down. On board with this headset as well, you also have a built-in audio adjustment level, so you can change that on the fly and not mess with your Windows settings. Based on looks alone, you can probably tell this is an open back gaming headset, which I am a big fan of for gaming, especially whenever I'm gaming at night. I can usually easily tell how loud I'm getting whenever I'm playing games with an open back headset. And also over long-term sessions, it is a bit easier on the ear because you're not going to be fully closed in with just audio and heat getting trapped inside there. So in my opinion, for your casual gamer, I think open back is the move. If you're doing some more audio production and more studio grade work, then I do think closed back is the way to go. But this is, of course, a gaming headset, and I think open back really shines for this kind of category. It does feature an adjustable headband here. You actually press these buttons in and you can move this up and down. There's about, I want to say, like 8 or 9 stops of adjustment, maybe even a little more, but there's plenty of adjustment levels and they're in really small increments too, so you can pretty much nail down the height that you want this headset to sit at on your ears. And inside these earmuffs are 40mm high definition audio drivers, and these are pretty impressive drivers, I will say. I, of course, have already listened and gamed on this headset, so I will say, just based on first impressions, it is very, very good. But aside from those main features, that's everything you need to know about this gaming headset. This one has really impressed me, so I'm actually gonna be taking this one home for a day, trying it out on my home setup and how it compares to my Philips X2 HRs. And then we're also going to be taking it over to my brother's house, and he has a lot more knowledge in the audio space than I do. He'll give you more of an advanced opinion on this headset, and that way you guys have more information and more opinions on this exact headset. Now, I could give you guys a more in-depth review, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. Luckily for you guys, there's a carbon copy of me who has an audio production degree, has made a few songs, and even put out an EP on Spotify. So here's Ben. He's gonna give you guys his kind of review on what these headphones are and what he thinks about them and what he would change.
In a stock form, these things are pretty great. Easily the most appealing thing to this is the lightweight factor of this, especially if you're gaming for a long period of time.
And in terms of an audio production level, like what do you think? Like, how did they do, like, I guess in its stock form?
I would say that since they're open back, with many open back headphones versus closed back, you're gonna lose a little bit of the low end in terms of like sub frequencies. So around like anything under 100 hertz is gonna be, you know, a little bit more lost due to the nature of the open back. But luckily that's pretty fixable very easily with a little EQ here. So all you have to do is download like equalizer APO, and you can adjust your own frequencies like with the 31 band EQ. And what I would do is, I mean, right off the bat, if you don't have the controls for this, it's still pretty great. Better than a lot of the other open back headphones I've tried, but just a little top boost and a generous bass boost with like 6 dB and the sub frequencies around like 80 to 40 hertz, and anything other than that, you're not really getting much out of it. But other than, I think the flat EQ on these is pretty damn solid. So no complaints here, especially with this EQ. They sound pretty much one-to-one to these to an extent. I mean, with how much you're paying for it, you really can't get much better than this, I imagine.
Hope you guys enjoyed Ben's take on this gaming headset. Honestly, I was expecting more of a harsh answer. He did seem to like these quite a bit, and he said that overall, the out-of-the-box sound EQ on this headset is really good. Obviously, it has Sony's built-in one, and he said he would do a little more tweaks to it, but that's honestly high praise from someone like him because he's very, very particular with his headsets. Obviously, he does a lot more studio level work, so he's gonna always prefer his closed back headphones, but for open back, and its clear features that it has for gaming and stuff like that, he does seem to have a really good opinion on it. But how does my gaming opinion take on it? Because I did game on it overnight, and I got a couple opinions and feedback on the, I'd say 2.5 hour gaming session I did. First of all, the weight is probably the most impressive thing about this. My Philips X2HRs run 380 grams, so it's close to double what this headset actually weighs in at, which is insanely mind-boggling to think about. And I can tell you right now, you can really feel the difference of the weight of this headset. After about 2.5 hours of me wearing it, I really did not feel any fatigue on my head whatsoever. It really felt the exact same way I felt whenever I put it on 2 hours beforehand, which is very, very cool. I will say the built-in microphone, a couple of my friends mentioned that the audio quality coming from this headset wasn't as good as the boom mic I use that's attached to my headset. So that is one slight disadvantage, I guess you could say. To me, whenever I was hearing the sound playback through Discord and then OBS, I don't think it was too bad. I'll give you guys a quick sound and mic test through OBS right now. What you're hearing right now is the actual microphone on this headset. And for a gaming headset that is not using a split headphone jack and using a combo headphone jack to a USB-C adapter, I think it does sound pretty nice. At least that's my opinion based on what I've heard through a Discord mic test and through what I'm hearing through OBS. It's not too bad in my opinion. I think it's passable and it's definitely better than most of your average gaming headsets is. Honestly, I think it's pretty comparable, and I'd say I would give it a passing grade for this price point of a headset. A few more things that I do like about this headset are the rotation features of it. The fact that you can rotate the earmuffs back and forth both ways, which is a nice touch as well. The earmuff texture as well on the outside of the cushion, it's not too bad. I feel like it's basically like the soft weave fabric. It doesn't feel too bad. It almost feels similar to like what a mouse pad would feel like. That's honestly the easiest way I can describe how this feels. A little bit softer though, and it doesn't trap heat as badly as I expected them to over the short time that I was using it. And my last pro, I would say, would be the audio quality. Despite the weight that these are at, the audio quality is definitely not sacrificed whatsoever. If I had to nitpick, I would probably say the bass could use a tiny boost like Ben mentioned. And despite this being a slight drawback, this shouldn't be an issue for you because you can't actually adjust the EQ settings in the Sony app or like Ben mentioned in its own app if you have a separate download or anything like that. But honestly, that is a big nitpick. I was gaming just fine, and they sounded very similar to my studio headphones I have at home, and that's very impressive considering it's almost half the weight. And honestly, I was gonna do a cons list, but I think the only con that I can think of is after my 2-hour gaming session, I did know that the driver was touching my right ear just ever so slightly, and it was a tiny bit uncomfortable, but I think I just needed to adjust the height of the headset to where it wasn't just sitting on top of my ear. So that's kind of the only thing that I wanted to note, but again, I think that was probably user error, and after adjusting this headset a little bit in terms of height, I messed around with it a little bit, it was just fine, and the pain or whatever pressure that was on my ear had gone away. So all in all, I think this is a pretty impressive gaming headset, coming in right under $200 or right at $200, depending on if you're finding it on or off sale. I think it's pretty compelling. I do think this price point does match up pretty nicely with some of your other higher end gaming headsets. It is entering into that studio headset category, so if you do have options for those and you find yourself doing more than just gaming on it, and you maybe want a standalone microphone or you want some extra studio features and plugging it into interfaces and stuff like that, then I think you could definitely look into some other options. But I think if you're just gaming at your home setup like I am, like 90% of the time, I think these are fantastic options and pickups. And I really am shocked at how well these Sony headphones turned out because, again, I'm not too familiar with any Sony headsets. I know they've made them over the years for their PlayStation, but I have not really seen or heard too much about their headsets in the entire peripheral space up until about now. I'd say these are definitely worth the pickup coming in at such a light weight, and it's definitely a good alternative if you're someone who does struggle with having a heavy headset on your head over long gaming sessions. If you're considering IEMs or something like this would be a good kind of like middle ground where they're not gonna be too bad sitting on top of your head over long periods of time. It's honestly compelling enough that I would consider replacing my own headset at home, but I don't know if I need the upgrade since mine are pretty fine. They just are a little bit uncomfortable after a long period of time. But if you are shopping for a pair, this is definitely worth a pickup. To take a look at updated pricing and availability, check those links in the description down below. I'll have an affiliate link down below if you guys wanted to pick one of these up for yourself, and it does help the channel out too. So thanks for watching to the I Feel Did, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.